Hey guys, Lucas here. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to take some time and talk to you guys about major and minor pentatonic scales. It's very rare that I ever hear anybody do a whole solo using only these scales. Typically most guitar players will add some things to these scales and target a few specific notes to make them sound a little bit more interesting. In this example, I'm going to show you how we use the major and minor third, and we actually combine the major and minor pentatonic scales over the same chord progression. That works well, provided you're playing in a major key. We also add the flat 5, or the blue note, to the minor pentatonic scale to create the blues scale, which gives you a little bit more of a vocabulary that you can use in your lead lines. It's good to know and understand how the scales are built and structured so that you can identify notes that you can target in on. You'll understand what notes to bend and why you would bend those notes. In addition to that, we also use triads to outline specific chord changes. So in the example I'm going to show you guys, I'm playing over a 1-4 in G, so the chords would be G major and C major, and I'm applying all of these different techniques. The solo is simple, but it's actually meant to lead your ear through the changes so that if we remove the bass and we remove the rhythm guitar, your ear would still hear the chord changes occur in the solo. Have a listen and we'll come back and discuss this afterwards. Okay guys, let's take a look at some of these solo sections so that we can kind of get a handle on the way we were playing through these changes here. So the solo starts on the 1. So we're just hitting our G note there. So what I did there was I added the flat 5 to the minor pentatonic note. Technically, that would be minor pentatonic at this point, but I've added the C sharp or D flat, however you want to think about it. It's either an augmented 4th or a diminished 5th, depending on how you look at it. So if we take our minor pentatonic scale and we add that note, okay, we get the blues scale. I almost never play the minor pentatonic scale without adding that note. Okay, so we start off on the 1. So I want to stop right there because we played, you've probably heard that a million times, right? That is going from the minor third to the major third. There's our G major scale, right? So we have 1, 2, 3. Okay, so in the major scale, that 3 is a major third, that's the interval. In the minor scale, it's going to be the B flat. So in the minor pentatonic, we have a B flat, and in the major pentatonic, we have a B. The cool thing is, though, that you can play with those intervals and make this work over a major chord progression. Okay, so okay, so right there, you probably heard your ear go to that C chord. All right. So what I did there was I played the third and the flat 7 of C. Okay, so I'm implying a C7 chord. That's a Mixolydian trick. Okay, so Mixolydian is the major scale with a flatted 7. So this would be a C7 chord or dominant 7 chord, and that's why, very Jerry Garcia, that's why that works there. So we're leading the ear into the changes. Okay, so we have, what do I have now? this is a neat lick. So we go, we're sliding into it, and then we're having the root and the minor third. But I always bend those minor thirds. And then we're back up to the 1, right? It's a very Matt Schofield type lick right there. Okay, so our next lick, we have, right? So that is basically, again, a G minor pentatonic. We're adding the blues note in there. See if I can remember it. And then it's just a D7 chord that we're playing chromatically down to the C to outline the C chord. Okay, and then we play which is actually just a C pentatonic to G. So if you listen closely, so you can hear that we go to the minor third to the major third of G, and then we're playing part of the G triad there, right? So again, using the minor third to the major third. And I should point out that I typically do those, I'm usually down a semitone, right? From there, we just go up the G, the G major pentatonic scale. And we land on a C, and then we play, which is just a diminished, C diminished arpeggio. Well guys, I hope that this video has been somewhat useful for you. Again, in order to really do this effectively, you need to know your scales. You need to be able to identify the thirds just as quickly as you need to be able to identify the root notes. So I really do believe that learning the fingerboard is the way to go for this. There's also a whole other video we could do just on bending, all the different notes that you could bend while you're doing this as well. I don't think too many guitar players would just play pentatonics straight up and down. I don't think that would be particularly musical. I think there's always some kind of combination of major third, minor third, the blue note going on in those types of licks. So anyway, if you found the video useful, please give it a thumbs up, please like, please subscribe, please share as well. Your support is certainly appreciated. Thank you so much. Again, go to my website, lucascrossleyguitar.com, and sign up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.